Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. It is fall, y'all, and we love us some fall, don't we? We got our fire going, we got our fall decor. It's about 70 some degrees outside, and even though technically it's summer, it is fall in my heart. Well, it may have been fall in my heart since July 5th, but it's really fall now because I have decorated. So today I thought we would dive into the keto lifestyle. It is something that I am starting to dabble into, and it's something that I think I really want to incorporate long-term into my life. So I thought we would go over what it is, some different types of the keto diets, my experience with it, and why I really like it. All right, so if this sounds like a great video, why don't you go ahead and give it a thumbs up so I know you like it. Maybe hit the subscribe button if you are not part of my family already, and let's dive into keto. So for those of you that don't know what keto is, it's a high-fat, low-carb diet. It is something that was used back in the day to help treat epilepsy. They also found it is really good for Alzheimer's disease. Because it is high fat, it is great for your brain because your brain likes fat. Yum, 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 yum. So what keto does is you don't eat as many carbs, and what carbs in your body does is it breaks down to sugars, and then your body converts that into glucose, and those are forms of energy, and any leftover stuff gets stored as fat, specifically around your tummy and then in other parts of your body. What keto does is, because you're not giving your body that sugar for energy, it starts taking those little fat cells and converting those into ketones, and that's what your body uses for energy. One thing you do have to watch is that if you eat more protein instead of the higher fat, then your body is going to take that protein, and protein can eventually go down into glucose, and then you're kind of defeating the purpose unless you're a bodybuilder. I don't think any of us are. If you are, let me know down below in the comments. I'd like to know about you then. What you are looking at is eating between 20 to 50 grams of sugar. And I don't mean just regular sugar, I mean carbs. So you really have to start reading labels and see what's in your ingredients and how much sugars and total net sugars there are in your foods. One of the things that's supposed to be nicer about this diet is you don't necessarily have to track or count calories, just as long as you're counting your carbs. And you really should watch your macronutrients. I have not found this to be true in my experience, which we'll get to a little bit later. The keto diet or the keto lifestyle has been found definitely to help epilepsy and Alzheimer's. And there's not a lot of research, but there is research leaning towards that it's good in fighting cancer or helping prevent cancer. It's good with diabetes. One of the things keto is good for is it kind of helps you with insulin resistance, and it helps level out your insulin, which I did find, and I will tell you about a little bit later. So if you are somebody that might be worried about diabetes, pre-diabetes, this is something you might want to check out. At first, I thought it would be really hard because I'm a sweets girl. I love me my sweets. But I didn't find it that bad because I love me some cheese and avocados. And I think there are a lot of products out there right now in the market that are made for people on the keto diet / lifestyle that can help you out. And if you would like to hear some of my favorite products, let me know down below. Drop me a comment. Maybe we'll do a future video of that. There are actually 4 types of keto diets, and I'm going to read for you because it's a little hard to remember. So there is the standard keto diet, and that is what most people are on. And what you want to do on that is you want like 70% of your diet to be from fat, 20% to be from protein, and just 10% to be from carbs. Silicol, something like that. Ketogenic diet, and that is where for 5 days you are hot and heavy in keto, and then 2 days you do eat some more carbs. The thing you need to watch, and with any kind of diet, a diet, if you are trying to lose weight or get healthy, is a lifestyle change. It's not something that you work for a month, you get to where you want to be, and then you go back to your old ways. Because if you go back to your old ways, you're going to get the same results, and you're going to end up back where you were. You need to change your lifestyle. And we've talked about that before, and that is something that I truly am struggling with because it's hard work. I'm not a big fan of hard work. I like things easy, and I like gratification right now. So that is something that I'm really struggling with, and I personally need to really work with. Then there's the targeted ketogenic diet, And this is for people that work out a lot, and this is going to add carbs around your workouts to help fuel your workouts. And then the last one is the high protein ketogenic diet, and this is mainly for bodybuilders, and this is where you're going to up your protein intake a little bit more. The first two that I told you were the ones that are most researched and have the most research backing those. I'm trying the standard one, not right now. I am off on a little hiatus because I'm on vacation and I need to eat me some pumpkin stuff. Girl needs her pumpkin in the fall, right? And pumpkin's not very conducive to a ketogenic diet, especially those pumpkin spice cold brews from Starbucks that are delicious. That is basically what the keto diet is. Now, you can buy test strips, little pee-pee strips I call them, to pee on them to learn if you're in ketosis. Also, if you do intermittent fasting, you're going to get into ketosis faster. So I do have the strips. I did pee on them. I have been in ketosis. So I'd like to just briefly go over why I like this and some of my experiences. I did find the first week that I did drop weight. I dropped almost 10 pounds. So that's exciting. However, the second week, I don't think I was as strict, because I thought, oh, I dropped 10 pounds. I don't have to be so strict. I can lighten up a little bit. And I think I was probably eating a little more sugar than I should have been. And I think maybe for myself, I need to track. That's the way it is. So I'm looking for a good keto tracker out there. I also need to make sure, because of something else that happened, that I'm tracking my macronutrients and my micronutrients. While I'm doing this, I'm hoping this is something that I develop into a whole lifestyle for the rest of my life, some form of this. We talked about your insulin levels, and I talked about how this can be great if you're pre-diabetic because it can help kind of stabilize your insulin levels. And I really witnessed this one time, and it just kind of blew my mind. I don't think I've ever witnessed a diet where I could see the specific health benefits of it so quickly. It wasn't about losing the weight. There were other things I was seeing that I need in my life. If you know me, you know I love my coffee, right? Now, that said, I've tried black coffee. It is gross. No, not going to do it. I need my foo-foo creamer in the coffee. Well, any of you know a kind of flavored creamer is very high in sugar. And I did know that. It's delicious, though, and I like it. You can't have that if you're going to try being keto. So what they suggest, you can do what's called bullet coffee, which is butter and like some kind of oil in your coffee. Haven't tried that yet, but you can also do heavy whipping cream in your coffee. So I thought, I'll give it a try. I'm not sure. This could be what breaks me on this diet. So got me my heavy whipping cream. I have a milk frother. I made my coffee. I do have sugar-free syrup that I put a little squirt in there. And then I put my little heavy whipping cream in a cup, added a little bit of vanilla, took my frother, frothed that up, put it on, looked like fancy drink, fancy little latte I had. It was delicious. I loved it very much. It's very creamy. It was sweet enough that I really enjoyed it. It is very important for me to enjoy my morning coffee. It's something that just brings me great joy. So I was excited. Well, one morning, I'm not sure what was going on. I either was taking a break or this was a cheat day, and I went back to my sugary creamers. I think I did a Funfetti cake creamer. You know, I drink coffee between 5 and 7 a.m. Then I went to work, and I noticed at 10 o'clock, I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus. I needed something as a pick-me-up to get me going, and I hadn't needed that in the past week and a half. So I knew it had to do with switching that cream. So now I am strictly on that heavy whipping cream as my creamer because that helps sustain me. Something else I noticed about this diet is I'm not hungry. Because you're eating a higher fat keeps you fuller longer. So I eat breakfast around 6:30 and I was eating like some scrambled eggs, some sausage, some avocado with my coffee, eat that all up. And usually I would have a mid-morning snack at work and I didn't need that. And I was full, and I mean full, up until lunch. So that was one snack cut out. Now I did have my afternoon snack, but it was something little like cheese or maybe a little bit of lunch meat. So I really noticed that I just was never really hungry. And usually when I first start some kind of diet or lifestyle change, I want all the food. I want all the food, I want all the sugar, and I want it now. And I just didn't notice that with this. So that kind of blew my mind. So that was another reason why I really like this. And the last thing that I found was that I had so much more energy. So the 2 weeks that I was really strong and hot and heavy into this, and I know you say, Katie, it's only been 2 weeks. I'm going back because I did like it. But the 2 weeks, I had so much energy. I usually do an afternoon nap after work, and I didn't need that nap. And where I was, as far as my cycle goes for us females, was the time when I should have been even more tired. When I know that my energy just totally drops and I really struggle, and I wasn't having that problem. And I have so many dreams and goals that I want to do that I need this energy so that I can be working on them. So to me, with those 3 things, this is a no-brainer. This is what I want my life to be. Now, with all those great things and you're thinking, oh my God, this is great. Why isn't everyone doing it? I'm going to try it. There was one little drawback. No. I do feel that the benefits outweighed this, and this was something that was just short term. But there is a thing called the keto flu. And here's a disclaimer. If you don't like talking about gross, nasty, poop, diarrhea stuff, this may be the time for you to turn this video off. But there is something called the keto flu, and it usually happens when you first start out, and it's because your body's adjusting to a different type of diet, especially if you come from a very high sugar, high carby diet like I was coming from. And honestly, your body adjusts at any time you kind of change your diet up or you eat some kind of different types of foods that you don't usually eat. And I should have seen this coming, and I could have done better to make sure that it didn't get to the point that it got to, but I don't know. I'm not good at reading warning signs, and so it happened. So, I started out and I was making my keto recipes, and I'm eating my keto food and my keto coffee and just enjoying life and eating my cheesies and my avocados and thinking, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And I did notice that my stool was getting softer and softer and liquidier and more diarrhea-y, right? I don't care. This is great. Love this. And it was getting worse. And if you know anything, and I'm sure you all do, that if you do have diarrhea, specifically if it's over multiple days, you can become dehydrated, and you need to make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Well, that coupled with when you are doing keto, some of the keto chemical processes that are happening in your body requires more water. So you need to make sure you're really drinking the water. And when I started out, I was at work, and I do a really good job of drinking water at work. But when the weekend hit, I don't do the best job of drinking all the water I need to drink on the weekend. So I was not drinking the water. I was having diarrhea, and it all came to a point on Sunday afternoon. I had gotten up, I was cleaning the house, I was doing a lot of cleaning, my planning for the week, meal prep, sat down to take a short half-hour kind of rest, kind of like break, and took a little nap, got up, had to go to the bathroom, stood up, and I had vertigo. I have vertigo, so it didn't really hit me at first, except that it was different. It's hard to explain if you never had vertigo. My vertigo lasts 10 seconds. I kind of feel like I'm drunk. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you've been drunk and you have that like spinny thing. This was more intense. This lasted longer. It was a lot more intense. And then I got nauseous. And I'm like, oh, something's not right here. And I felt like crap. I felt like I got hit by a bus. So it was horrible. And when you have diarrhea and you become dehydrated, your electrolytes also get out of whack. And I have that issue anyways. That's something I deal with on an everyday basis anyways, let alone coupled with all these other things. So I really was having a hard time. So, I pick up my iPad, Keto Flu, because I had heard about it, read it. I'm like, yep, that's what I have. What do I do? And so I started pounding the water. And within an hour, I drank 6 10-ounce glasses of water. I also added a little salt in them to give me some electrolytes because I didn't have really anything on hand for that, and was drinking that. And within an hour, I did start to feel better. I was kind of, when you've kind of been through the flu and the next day, you're kind of like, well, that's what I felt like the rest of the day. But, when Monday came, I was good as new, and I was drinking my water, and I was drinking a product called Liquid IV, about half of it because there is a lot of sugar in that, to try and help my electrolytes, and it did help. So that was one, downfall of it, but it is what it is. You can try and be proactive about that and do things to help prevent that. I did not. So that is something when I go back to keto, which is going to be in the next couple of days, that I'm going to definitely make sure I'm doing. So do you guys have any questions about it? I know this is real brief. My experiences haven't been a lot. Have any of you tried it? Let me know. Let me know your experiences. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have any recipes for me? I'm always looking for good recipes. I've been reading the blogs and trying to learn as much as I can because, like I said, I really think these benefits are really beneficial and something that I want in my life. So let me know what you think, and if you have any comments or questions. I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.